In this energy healing, we address the limiting consciousness that money has the power to hold you back, and illuminated and strengthened the understanding that when it comes to money, there's one source and infinite channels. Stay tuned. Welcome to Community Energy Healings to unlock your brightest future, no matter what's happening in the world. This is a service that I offer the general public every week as a gift for anyone who resonates with this type of support. Now, we have moved over to Zoom. We are no longer doing live on Facebook due to some changes in the platform. So if you are here on Zoom, then please say hello. Let me know where you're calling from in the chat. And also, please post any questions that arise for you throughout the energy healing. I won't be responding during the energy healing, but I will be coming back around at the end after the wrap up, and we'll be able to do a little bit of Q&A and hear how people are doing. Now, energy healings are an innovative empowerment modality that's really designed to help you access your natural power to create your best life while simultaneously releasing the resistance that can get in the way. And if you are brand new to energy healings with me, I'm going to make a recommendation to take a few first steps next. Go to unlockyourbrightestfuture.com. That is the headquarters for all things related to community energy healings. Watch the orientation video, read the disclaimer, and then when you know that this is for you, come on back, participate any way you like, whether live, and you can always get the link in the Receive community for that. Or you can also participate via the recordings, and unlockyourbrightestfuture.com has all the information you need. Additionally, if you'd like to learn about having private energy healings with me, just scroll down to the frequently asked questions and you can learn more about how to explore that opportunity. Private energy healings are a great way to personally experience how quantum leaps truly can happen for you. And anyone who's here, feel free to, if you want to drop a line about your experience with private energy healings, if you've had them, that's always helpful for other people to hear about. If you don't know me, my name is Sonia Miller. Excuse me. If you don't know me, my name is Sonia Miller. I'm an empowerment coach and energy healing practitioner for professional women. And I am passionate about helping professional women who feel that they're meant for more to unlock the purpose, passion, and prosperity that still eludes them without wasting time or working harder. Now, while my coaching programs are tailored for professional women, energy healings are for anyone who resonates with the topics that we address. All are welcome. So with that, I'm going to do a little bit of technology adjustment, and I invite you to settle in and pull out your journal or your device where you're going to be doing some note-taking regarding a pre-assessment and a post-assessment. Let me just see if I can figure this little part out here. There we go. All right. So as we do with every energy healing, we assess 4 aspects of your personal experience right here, right now. So I'm going to invite you to write down the 4 prompts, and they are: number 1, the word struggle. Number 2, attention grabbers. Number 3, resistance, 1 to 10. And number 4, sensations. And so now take a moment. I invite you to take a deep breath. You might want to close your eyes just as a way to shift gears to whatever has had your attention and fully be here. Time and space for you. And take a moment to think about, from where you stand today, what is it that you would like to create or experience in your future? Might be the immediate future, might be a long-term vision, or something in between, but whatever is present for you right now, just jot a few words down about that. And now we're going to assess where you are right now in that regard energetically. So the first thing is anything that you're struggling with about this topic, write down a few words, whatever comes to mind, top of mind. Any struggle around what you want to create or experience in your future. And now, attention grabbers has to do with what is it that currently is grabbing your attention? Consider what is occupying the space of your awareness predominantly. So it could be people, problems you're trying to solve, things that you're wondering about that you just don't know the answer to. A lot of like, what ifs and is this possible? So whatever is grabbing your attention, write down a few words about that. And now take a moment to notice on a scale of 1 to 10, how much resistance are you perceiving around this topic? And this is just a intuitive sense. Okay, there's no right answer. 1 to 10, 10 is the highest level of resistance. 1 would be just a tiny bit. And now take a moment to bring all of your awareness to your body. Sometimes it's good to close your eyes. And become aware of the sensations that are present with you now. Notice what you're feeling, where you're feeling it. And as best you can, if you were to describe it, see if you can describe the sensation or the images that you get. So there might be colors. The sensation could be sharp or dull or fuzzy or achy or buzzy, just a few examples. So write down anything that you're aware of regarding sensations in your body. And when you're done with your notes for now, put everything aside, settle in, get comfortable. And we're going to move into the energy healing. Okay, so let's begin by taking a cleansing breath. Closing your eyes safely shut. And allowing yourself to settle in to where you're at. And allow yourself to recognize whatever is holding your body up as a reliable presence of physical support for your body and your being. Knowing that your breath is guiding your entire being into deeper relaxation and safety. And bring your awareness to your heart now, imagining that you're breathing in and out of your heart. And we're going to cycle through 3 rounds of breathing, after which you'll resume a natural and comfortable rhythm. So take a deep breath to fill your lungs completely, holding the fullness for 1 beat. And exhale longer and slower, expelling every last drop of breath to empty, holding the emptiness for 1 beat. Relaxing deeper. And inhale to fill your lungs completely, holding the fullness for 1 beat. And exhale longer and slower, expelling every last drop of breath to empty, holding the emptiness for 1 beat. Relaxing deeper. And inhale to fill your lungs completely. Holding the fullness for 1 beat. And exhale longer and slower, expelling every last drop of breath to empty, holding the emptiness for 1 beat. Deeper and deeper relaxed. And now resuming a natural and comfortable rhythm. In and out of your heart. And imagine that your heart space is a portal to the divine life force that is the source of all that is. And as you breathe, this life force energy flows through your being, illuminating every single cell in your body, awakening your consciousness to know more deeply who you are as a natural expression of life itself. For there is no separation. You are one with life. And as you recognize life's properties, you recognize your true nature. And with each breath, you know more deeply that you are wholeness, you are power, you are peace, you are freedom, you are prosperity of all kinds, all sufficiency of supply, abundance, fulfillment. You are perfect health, you are well-being, all that is good. And as this illuminates your consciousness, you also understand that any challenges that you perceive are held in the wholeness and love of life and are catalysts to know yourself more deeply. And with your next breath, you draw to you the support of Mother Earth from below and Father Spirit from above, and all these energies join together, radiating beyond your flesh to bathe you and surround you with love, safety, guidance, and protection. Okay. So we have sacred space. And as always, you'll hear me say, repeat after me throughout. You can either repeat after me or let the words wash over you. And when you hear me say, take a deep breath, if you'd like, you can tap on your heart center, which is the sternum right here. You don't have to, but that's also available to you to integrate. But I'm also doing it on your behalf. Okay, so repeat after me. My intention is to 100% embody fully the divine truth of who I really am, and to relate to all that is presenting in the love, peace, and light of truth, now and forevermore, better than I ever imagined. Okay, overall strength, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60% strength. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and weaknesses at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Wow, we got 100% weakness on something here. So the good news is when this moves, there's movement here. So 60%, we're bringing that up to 100, and the goal is always to be at 100% strength and 0% weakness. So we're going to check for internal objections. Repeat after me. I want to heal this. It's safe to heal this. I deserve to heal this. It will benefit me and others to heal this. It is possible to heal this. I will heal this. So the only one that was congruent was I want to heal this. All right, so tapping on the karate chop point, which is the side of the palm, not the thumb, but this side here, either hand. Okay, repeat after me. Even though a part of me thinks that it will not benefit me or others to heal this, I am willing to love and honor myself anyway, and to expand my capacity to receive for myself and others in ways better than I ever imagined. Even though a part of me thinks that it will not benefit me and others to heal this, I am willing to love and honor myself anyway, and expand my capacity to receive entirely new divine blessings for myself and others in ways better than I ever imagined. Even though a part of me thinks that it will not benefit me and others to heal this, I am willing to love and honor myself anyway, and to expand my capacity to receive benefits and blessings for myself and others in ways better than I ever imagined. Okay, you can stop tapping there, tap on the heart center, take a deep breath. Okay, you can stop tapping. Repeat after me. I want to heal this. It's safe to heal this. I deserve to heal this. It will benefit me and others to heal this. It is possible to heal this. I will heal this. Checking for denial, denial of denial, no perception, no chromosomal programming, NDPR conflict. Take a deep breath. Okay. Okay, overall strength 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80% strength, up from 60. 80, 90, 100 weakness is a 10, 20, 30% weakness. Wow. That came down from 100. So that was a big shift there. 30, 20, 10, 0, 1, 2, 3, infinity to infinity, 1, 2, 3, dimensional influences, memories, residuals, forgiving, forgetting, correcting. Right now, this minute, strong, complete, permanent, absolute to infinity, past, present, future, strong. Take a deep breath. So this topic had a lot of weakness, not a lot of strength, but all of those internal objections being cleared really moved a lot of energy for everybody. Okay, good. So let's now get to what else needs attention today. There's a core wound. Okay, so what's coming up is called inherited genetic programming, which calls for finding out a habit of behavior. So it's a behavioral thing that's inherited genetic programming. All right, so physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, psychic, psychological. So this is showing up at all levels of consciousness, or it's being expressed or impacting it at all levels. Habit of behavior, healing sequence. Hmm. I think this is gonna be good. Okay, repeat after me. Love is discipline. So there's an incongruency. Let me just double check. Not just with discipline. Okay, confirming an incongruency with discipline. If so, weak muscle indicator. Yeah. But also, so discipline itself has an incongruency. Sorry, I'm gonna adjust that. But perceiving discipline in at very least a positive light, let alone a loving context, is also a weakening perception here. So do we need to find out the associations, any and all associations that you have with discipline? Okay. There's fear. There's a lot coming through here around this particular word, discipline. Let me just tune into that. Okay, so what I'm getting, the two levels are, one is basically for lack of a better term, I'm not saying it's necessarily this, but for lack of a better term, it's self-sabotage. So let's say at some level of consciousness, it makes sense for you to embrace discipline. It's very much coming forward in terms of physical world manifestations, things that you need to do, want to do. There it is, habit of behavior. So there it is. Okay, I knew there was something going on here. So there are some habits and behaviors that for the thing you want to create in your future requires, it's interesting because the word is discipline, but there's a lot of weight and heaviness to it. But it's really more about showing up for yourself consistently. It's changing the context. And that's where love is discipline can have a very positive context. I always like to say, consider replacing the word discipline with devotion, doing something because it's an expression of love versus some negative connotations that discipline can have. But this is about and it isn't self-sabotage. There's something about that word that isn't accurate, but there's a incongruency or a block or something around being able to show up for yourself consistently and reliably in order to deliver the actions that are required to bring something from the realm of energy, imagination, and inspiration into the physical reality. So the actions, the actions that are required, there's a lot coming through here, okay? And it's what I'm getting is that it's really important to illuminate new ways of relating to this word or these ideas or the constructs that you have about discipline. And I'm also being guided to actually talk about this for your conscious mind because this is part of the energy healing. All right. And that is that the vast majority of people walking around on the planet, especially Western culture or people who are highly productive or want to produce tangible world results, we regard action and discipline and doing as the sort of the end all be all non-negotiable cause and effect. I need to do something in order to get this result. And in order to get this result, I need to be disciplined. And that's a little bit true, but there's a lot more to action. And when you understand the connection between energy and action, you understand that your consciousness is where your power to manifest begins. So the consciousness that you are holding or embodying when you take action is everything. So if you take action from a place of fear, lack, and scarcity, that's going to impact the effectiveness of your action dramatically. Okay. You can do all the right things, but your consciousness isn't being delivered through your actions. So taking the right actions does not guarantee a result that you want. Okay. But when you really, as I like to say, check the cargo, the consciousness in the truck of your action. So your truck represents taking action, and what's in the truck is what's being delivered, not just the fact that the truck is moving delivers, but what's in the truck is what's being delivered. Then your action becomes a delivery mechanism for your consciousness, and it brings that which is an energetic form into your physical reality. Okay. So, this is why viewing discipline not as this just like being a robot that constantly takes action, but being mindful, thinking of discipline as an act of nurturing, an act of self-love. I am showing up for my dreams. I'm showing up for my future. I'm showing up for the things that are important to me. And then that transforms your relationship with discipline into one where your actions nurture your dream effectively. All right. So that's all part of what I'm being guided was needed for everyone that needs this energy healing today. It's the beginnings of a reframe for how you're relating to discipline. Okay. That being said, let's now look at what you are associating with discipline that needs to be healed and transformed. There's blockage, yeah. Denial, no perception, no chromosomal programming, anti-pair conflict. Is it here, here, here? Well, that's interesting. So there's a fear of losing money. So however that may or may not apply for you in a conscious level, there is a connection, a fear between losing money and discipline. So it could have to do with your discipline around money, your habits or your behaviors around money, the consciousness that you hold when you're making decisions regarding your money. And this is like, as soon as I said this, it's like this became like a huge topic. Perhaps this will be energy healing, the next energy healing. I'm going to make a mental note to see if this will, if the next one we do will be kind of a part two to this one. We'll see what happens. But there is a fear of losing money related to this, these energies of discipline. Again, habits or behaviors, inherited genetic programming regarding habits or behaviors of discipline with money. Is this accurate? Okay, so there's more coming here. So is the inherited genetic programming regarding discipline with money? I'm going to get more energy here. I'm getting a lot of information here. So I want to just see what's needed for today. So is there more fear? There's more fear. Exponential fear, fear to the 1, 2, 3, fourth power. Fear the fourth power. Okay, I'm gonna shift away from channeling. That's what's coming through, and just see what the higher guidance wants to make sure that we bring in through this modality here. Emotions. Okay. Because there's a lot here. Okay, 1 to 10, 1 to 5, 1, 2, 3. Blockage, denial, no perception, no chromosomal programming, anti-pair conflict. Okay, so there's emotional energy around being held back. So is this regarding being held back because of money? So is the inherited genetic programming the belief that money is the source of what allows you to move forward or holds you back? Okay, so this is about making this is the inherited genetic programming is about making money the source of your progress or this makes more sense. Now I see where this is going. Your progress or your I'm just going to see being held back. So the inherited genetic programming and this is so good. And the discipline has to do with your consciousness in relationship to money, the power that you give it, the meaning that you give it, and that the fear of losing it is it's like totally constricting you. Okay, so here's another piece that needs to come through for this energy healing. And this is part of the energy healing. It's about opening up to this consciousness. So the healing of the consciousness and the discipline, here's where the healing comes in, the discipline around money, okay, and the transformational opportunity is at every level of consciousness, physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, psychic, and psychological, understanding that when it comes to everything, but specific today, money, when it comes to money, there's one source and infinite channels. There's one source and infinite channels. And most of us don't understand that. So we make these channels in our life our source of money. And we get very attached, and that feeds a lack scarcity mentality. So this client is my source. My partner is my source. The loan is my source. The alimony is my source. The sale is my source. I think I said my job is my source. Uh, and so what happens is money could be coming to you from all sorts of unexpected channels, but when we start to believe that a channel is our source, we're literally putting blinders on and boundaries out that prevent the flow, not just receiving it, but the consciousness of circulation, because circulation is ultimately, whether you understand it or not, what you really want. Abundance is about the capacity to circulate the abundant flow of life that's always here. And when we don't believe in flow, we grasp, we hoard, we hold. So this inherited genetic programming around lack and scarcity and fear of losing money is all stuff that's blocking the flow. And so the discipline, the transformational opportunity about discipline regarding money is not about action, the way most people think of it, but it's what I talked about earlier. It's your consciousness regarding actions you take around money. And the consciousness piece that's being illuminated today is the discipline, the devotion of every time you feel or perceive lack, or that you're being held back by money, to stop and notice and say, I am open and receptive to expected and unexpected channels of money in ways better than I ever imagined possible. That devotional practice of consciousness is everything that can unlock possibilities when it comes to money and whatever meaning you give it. Okay. Ooh, all right. That was a big thing that came through. So, are there other associations with discipline, other associations with fear of losing money, anything more around being held back because of money? Okay. So, anything more that's part of the inherited genetic programming? Yes. There is another healing sequence, or maybe more of the same. Let's see. Hmm. Okay, repeat after me. Love is goodness. So that's incongruent. So let's find out which are associating with goodness. There's fear. Fear of not being good enough. Correcting. Fear of missing out. Oh, Okay, so what came through with that one, it's interesting because I was getting that somebody, one or more people who are participating in this energy healing heard me talk about, this infinite flow of abundance. The abundance is, the natural state of the life in universe. Um, and I sort of heard a voice going, and it's about opening up to it. How do I describe the energy? There were two energies. One is, yeah, that's a nice idea, but that's not my experience. I don't know how to do it. And the other one was, um, yeah, that works for other people, but not for me. That's true for other people, but not for me. So this fear of not being good enough and fear of missing out, there's the deeper healing opportunity here about love is goodness is really, and it's something I say all the time, but it's like opening up the consciousness, which goes back to the habit of behavior on a consciousness level. When I say life always offers kindness, kindness and goodness. Okay. And I always clarify that I'm not saying that life is always kind because we know that's not true. However, in any given moment, no matter how much you're struggling, no matter how scary or hard things are, the habit of behavior, which goes to the difference between doing in order to get versus being in order to receive. The habit of behavior with receiving is practicing staying open, open, open. Because when we don't believe that life has kindness to offer, then the completely understandable survival mechanisms that call for protecting closes us down. So this is going to be supporting you just to the next little bit that you're ready for. It might be a lot, depending on how you integrate this energy healing, but it's about strengthening your capacity to feel safe in your own being, to open up to safety. And as you open up to the safety that's available to you within your own being, to the degree that you're able at your own capacity, then you can be a little bit more open and a little bit more open and a little bit more willing to see and perceive that there is kindness in some form, even and especially when you're struggling. Sometimes the kindness, let's say you're struggling, sometimes the kindness might be you hear a little whisper that speaks to yourself more kindly. And instead of beating yourself up, your stress goes from an 8 to a 7, a little bit more kindness, right? Sometimes the kindness comes in the form of having felt closed and suddenly you're willing to be pleasantly surprised. You're willing to believe something's possible when it felt impossible. So kindness can be just these soft openings of possibility and awareness that feel safe to you. And sometimes from small and subtle to really big openings are equally as possible. Okay. Strengthening your capacity to open, to stay open, and to believe and know, more than believe, to know that even in the shadows, like, this is a great metaphor coming through, like even in a room that is pitch black, even in the shadows, you light one candle, one little glimmer of light, the power of that, the whole room can light up. You can see what you couldn't see. So little openings can bring amazing blessings and benefits for yourself and others, which was the big internal objection that we corrected for. That's why openness is so important. Okay, anything more around love is goodness? Anything else for today? All right, that was a really big download today. Do we need to get to origins? No, so this was just all here to be healed and corrected, we didn't need to get to origins, but we had to clear away a lot of obstacles that were and blockages that were in their way. So numeric tapping of a holding TAT, vortex of light, spiritual bodies, you and release. Yes. Okay. So now tapping on your heart center, we're going to release this energy, anything that remains, reset your field and restore you to the wholeness that's your true nature. And just keep tapping and breathing, correcting at the energy to matter, matter to energy level, to other dimensions, existence, universe, time, space, energy, black hole, the unknown. Eliminate, free, independent, release, and protect, protection. Memories, residuals, remnants, imprints, remains, exponential memories, forgiving, forgetting, right now, this minute, strong, same, not same, different, not different, change, no change, 100% perception, conscious, unconscious, enhancements, triggers, blockage. Take a deep breath. Keep tapping. We're confirming that you've neutralized, healed, and released any and all incongruency with love is goodness, fear of not being good enough, fear of missing out, the energy of being held back because of money, fear of losing money, any weakness around inherited genetic programming, with that habit of behavior being the consciousness of making money the source of your progress or the source of you being held back. And any and all weakness regarding the discipline, the incongruency around discipline, the discipline of consciousness, where you can remain open, where you can know and be embodied in there's one source and infinite channels. We can stay open to flow and letting this expanded consciousness be your expression through your actions. Another deep breath. Repeat after me. Hold on, let me tune into this. Keep tapping. Okay, repeat after me. Love is the highest expression of discipline. I am ready, willing, and able to align with discipline as showing up for myself with love, wisdom, and receptivity to the kindness and goodness that life is always offering, and the all-sufficiency of supply, abundance, and prosperity that is always already here. I relax into divine safety. I am free, safe, joyful, and fulfilled in the knowledge that money has no power over my progress or whether I'm held back. That the true power lies in consciousness, and my associations with money I am ready, willing, and able to relate to money through the lens and understanding of divine love, highest wisdom, limitless empowerment. Keep repeating after me. Love is goodness. The construct of enoughness is neutral and meaningless because I am whole. I am completely safe and joyful in the knowledge that there are infinite and eternal opportunities for me. And I'm confirming on everyone's behalf that the inherited genetic programming has been neutralized in any and all weakening ways, and that you've integrated the highest expression of empowerment and wholeness physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, psychically, and psychologically. Okay, good. Take another deep breath. Okay, so repeat after me. You can stop tapping. My intention has been to 100% embody fully the divine truth of who I really am, and to relate to all that was arising in the love, peace, and light of truth, now and forevermore, better than I ever imagined. Overall strength is 100 and weakness is 0. Excellent. All right, so we are going to start to bring this to a close. As you take some gentle breaths, you can give your hands a squeeze and your legs a squeeze to start feeling yourself back in your body. We give grateful thanks to our expanded selves, Mother Earth, Father Spirit, and the divine love of the universe, world without end, fully releasing all of this unto the infinite power of the divine, allowing perfect right action to express in, as, and through you with ease and grace. If you haven't already, you can open your eyes. And we're going to begin the wind down towards the wrap up. All right, so we're going to move into our post-assessment. So I'm going to request that each of you check in with yourself now. And as you cast your gaze upon some of your pre-energy healing assessment prompts, notice if you feel better, worse, or the same. And if you were to give yourself a resistance rating now after the energy healing, what's the number? If you could put that in the chat and let me know how you're feeling, what your 2 numbers were. If the second one is lower, it means you're feeling better. And anything else that's standing out for you, whether you have a question or you want to let me know what stood out for you from the energy healing, please put that in the chat. And then while we're doing that, I'd like to offer the 3 observation areas for the week ahead to track how things are integrating. So as you return to your life, number 1, pay attention to the attention grabbers that are occupying your awareness now, and notice the shifts from where you started today. Number 2, make note of opportunities, insights, and pleasant surprises that manifest in your inner world or your outer world. These are not coincidences. These are a manifestation of your shift in consciousness, because your consciousness creates your reality. And take action. People always ask, well, what do I do? Take action on the feel-good breadcrumbs that life brings into your experience. And as best you can, take those feel-good breadcrumb actions with no attachment to the outcome, because that is your higher guidance and life guiding you on your journey. All right. So very shortly, I'm going to turn off the recording for some Q&A. And as we wrap up, I want to thank you for being here. Again, if you'd like to explore private energy healings with me, go to unlockyourbrightestfuture.com. And remember, your future is bright when you shine your light. We'll see you next time.